Hi foodies, in today's video I'm going to show you how I make my baked jollof rice and chicken. I'm going to start by seasoning the chicken. I'm using salt, garlic and onion powder, some crushed chicken cubes, thyme, black pepper, paprika and hot chili pepper. I also like to add some lemon juice and a drizzle of oil. I'm going to give this a very good rub just to get all the spices in, and then I'm going to transfer this to the fridge and let it marinate for at least 1 hour. The first part is already done, so next I'm going to go ahead and prepare my pepper mix. I'm using a combination of bell peppers, tomatoes, scotch bonnet peppers and onions. I'm going to give everything a good rinse and then cut everything into smaller pieces. I'll transfer everything to a baking tray, add a bulb of garlic. If you don't like garlic, you can omit that. I'll just spread it around so it's even, add a few sprigs of thyme and a very generous drizzle of oil. In a separate baking tray, I'm going to add 1 can of tomato paste. You can use a ramekin or any oven-safe container for this. Add enough oil to cover the tomato paste and then transfer to the larger baking tray. I'll transfer everything to the oven and I'm going to roast this for about 40 minutes. While it's roasting, I'll get the chicken out of the fridge, transfer to a baking dish or a baking tray. To save time and energy, I'm going to be baking this alongside the peppers. So I'll take this and place in the oven and allow to bake for about 40 minutes. Midway into cooking, I'll check on the peppers and just give it a turn so it cooks evenly. Also check on the tomato paste. If it's burning, you can just give it a quick mix. After about 40 minutes, I'll take the peppers out. Because I put the chicken a bit later than the pepper, I'm going to leave that for longer, so I'll just move it to the center and let that continue cooking. The peppers are nicely roasted and reduced. I'll transfer that to the blender. Don't forget to squeeze out the garlic. The roasted garlic is usually very hot, so be careful when doing this. You can also allow it cool down a bit. Blend until completely smooth. This is what the paste should look like. I'll set that aside. Next, I'll go check on the chicken. It should be fully cooked now, so take it out of the oven and then remove it from the pan. I'll save all the chicken juices because we'll be using that for the rice later. Speaking of the rice, I'll be using Sela basmati rice for this recipe, and this is the exact brand. Here are some other options if you can't find the tropical sun. There are also several different brands that carry this style of long grain basmati. Just make sure the label says Sela basmati rice. You can also use the regular long grain parboiled rice for this recipe. I just like using the Sela basmati rice because it cooks faster and I like the way it looks. I'll wash the rice several times until the water runs clear. If you're using hot water to wash, make sure the last rinse is with cold water or room temperature so the rice doesn't start cooking. Now all my ingredients are ready. It's time to put everything together. I'm using the same baking dish I used in roasting the peppers for easier cleanup. Start by combining the roasted peppers, the roasted tomato paste and a little bit of water to loosen. It's easier to mix this first before adding the rice because the tomato paste is quite thick. So when it comes together and you get this beautiful sauce, add the chicken juices. I'll season with some chicken bouillon cubes, thyme and curry powder, salt and bay leaf. I'll mix the spices in until everything comes together once again, and then add the rice. I'll also add some water. You can replace the water with chicken stock if you have that. If using chicken stock, reduce the salt and the chicken cube quantity just so it's not overly seasoned. I like to clean the sides of the baking dish before popping it in the oven just so it comes out neatly baked. Lastly, I'll cover with foil. Basmati rice doesn't require too much water to cook, which is another reason why I like it. The foil is going to help trap all the steam in so it cooks evenly. I'll take this back to the oven and bake the rice for about 50 to 60 minutes. If using regular rice, you may need to cook it for a little bit longer. The cooking times, temperature, as well as the full recipe, as always, will be on my blog kikifoodies.com, as well as in the description box below. This dish is perfect as a holiday meal. If you do decide to make this and you like it, please consider leaving me a 5-star review on my blog. Again, it's kikifoodies.com. After mixing the rice, I love to serve it with the baked chicken on top like this. It always comes out looking so good, and it's an absolute crowd pleaser. Let me know what you think and if you'd be trying this. If you love this recipe, leave me a hashtag #1 in the comment section. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you're already subscribed, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.